All right, we're live.
All right. What's up, dude?
What's up?
Man, I guess we're going to come out and do a little quick update on the Mid-South Classic tournament for tomorrow. I'm Stephen Eakin. This is my buddy Isaac Stackhouse.
What to do?
So tomorrow we're going to come and do our second tournament, 145 men in a women's open weight tournament. It's been an adventure to get to this one, man. Lots of people dropping in and out, so to say, for various reasons. And we're going to end up with 8 dudes at 145, and we're only going to have 4 women in the absolute. But we're still going to go ahead and pay out the $800 to both bracket winners, just because, I mean,
highest paying tournament in Georgia this weekend.
That's what some would say.
I heard
some people say that we would be the most. I don't know. It's probably not true though. I bet somebody's paid more than $800 before.
I would hope so.
I bet. Like, and
keep,
if not,
keep the mic
stay
close.
tuned. Like, oh,
Not
this close.
Not that close.
Sorry, I'm not used to having to hold it like
Yeah,
this.
I need to get some stands. Yeah.
But either way, hey, we're just shooting it out here from the gym anyway, because the studio equipment's here. That's why we're doing it. We're not in the studio because tomorrow we're shooting the tournament. We're going to stream it live on my YouTube channel. That's Stephen Eakin, StephenEakin. If you're seeing this video, you probably already know. But if not, you can write that down and like put it on your window so you can think about me.
We're going to try to be on the YouTube and the Facebook. I've got it where we can do all three.
Facebook.
We can do the 3 majors.
Okay.
So Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube are going to be where it's going to be trying, but definitely YouTube.
Definitely YouTube. That's that's where we're trying to make you guys go. So either way, we're excited for it. It didn't turn out the way we wanted it to do. That's normal for these kind of events, and it's normal for anything that you're trying to do. That's going to be a new thing that you're gonna like. I don't know. We're failing forward, so to say. Like, we don't have a lot of overhead, so it's still not really costing us anything much. Sponsors are helping cover the difference in
Parkway Automotive.
About to say thank you to Parkway Automotive for hooking us up with that, and then again with the studio equipment that we're using to run this tournament in house here. It's saving us a bunch of money, obviously, and it's making it easy to make it pretty cool. Tomorrow I'll be on the mic with you being the controller, so we'll have commentary, except for one match where I have a student that's going to be competing in a one-off match, and so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that because she's also your sister, so we don't want to be screaming into the microphone trying to coach at the same time, So either way, we're doing this mostly for fun, like I said. The whole time we're getting some money for it, but we're literally giving away all the money that we get. We charge a little bit to put money up for the tournament slots, but then we give all that money away to the competitors. There's no cut that the house takes, so to say, because I am the house, and I said no, not
doing
here.
it for the culture,
doing it for the people. Yeah, right. We're here for the fun, and I like watching people compete, and I like watching people compete at a high level, at whatever their level is when they're competing hard for cash like that. It's a high level competition. The stakes are high, I guess is what I mean.
Well, we saw last time that you had guys that were willing to finish stuff on the border on out of bounds because it's you don't know if he's going to finish it. It makes it more live. Definitely.
I mean, because you're competing for. I mean, maybe what these guys pay for their rent. It's at least several weeks of food money, or I don't know what it is,
I know MMA fighters that made less.
Dude, I made less than what we're paying out for this tournament on a lot of my professional MMA fights, especially the ones I didn't win. So
100.
Yeah, 100% of those probably.
Yeah.
Well, not all of them, because actually, whatever. Side story. But anyway, that's the thing, man. It's like promoters are promoters, and they're gonna promote. That's not my gig. That's not what I'm the best at. I'm really good at jiu-jitsu and having a good time with it, and so that's the main thing that we're doing. We're gonna learn how to produce it and make it better, and it's gonna promote itself because it's got good intentions. We're not, again, we're not out here trying to get all crazy and make $1 million off of this thing. That's why we're doing it here in the gym and not charging any money. We're not trying to have spectator seats or whatever or anything like that. We may do that one day if it seems like that's a cool thing to do, but I'm really content just having it in-house like this forever, honestly, and just do it as a series of different ranks and different weights, or however it comes out, all ranks, all weights. I don't really care. It's like, just come in and bet on yourself and compete and have fun and go home and redo your game. It's just competition.
I think it allows you also to kind of same thing that the local tournaments used to fill that void of being able to go to a tournament and feel what it's like to go against somebody who you don't know, and you don't have to see them again at practice Monday. Like, you can be mean in the scenarios that you're usually not mean. Right.
And I guess too that we can liken it to what you mentioned, I guess, about the culture, and like for our guys, especially like sub only people or EBI rules style people. For lower level people, there are no tournaments like that hardly over here in the Southeast. Everything that you do would be like a new breed or a Naga or an IBJJF style tournament. Which
occasionally Fight to Win comes through town,
but they don't give that to the low belts.
No, yeah, I was told the first time I hit them up, they were like, "Oh, go get your purple belt and call us back."
I mean, and that's fair. It's one of the biggest like traveling promotions around or whatever. So like, I mean, I could understand that, but I would see also they putting some purple and blue belts on there to fill the seats up in the house with everybody's grandma and stuff like that.
Man,
too.
Sometimes the like competition blue belts or competition purple belts are more entertaining to watch than the black belts. Sometimes
they got less to lose, so to say.
Well, they're not afraid.
Right, that's what I mean.
They haven't gotten hurt, or they haven't. They're usually the young guns.
Yeah, that's interesting. And that kind of goes into that thing that we were talking about in class the other night too with you about how the blue belts, purple belts, all that stuff are levels above what they were a few years ago even too. It's crazy now what it takes to be a good blue belt in competition or a good purple belt in competition. It's not as easy as it was just a couple of years ago. And so what we're trying to do then is give people the opportunity here to compete in this style where you don't have to go and roll for points. If you like points, that's fine. Use your style that can score points and come in and get some submissions with it. If you're a wrestler, come in here and grapple and get all the way through the rounds and, escape faster than everybody and prove that style's the best. If you think that's the best, I think that's boring as hell. But if that's what you got to do to win and you want to come get this $800, come and get it. I don't really care. And that's why I'm trying to make it all ranks and weights or whatever, because there's some guys around here that have maybe never been ranked. And I don't mean around here in the city maybe, but just in the area, in the Southeast or whatever, that have never been under a high enough level person to be ranked or whatever. They're just some old tough guy. And you've all heard that story of the guy that, never...
12-year white belt or blue belt. Like, dude, that's got a blue belt that's basically white.
Right. And so let them compete. Let them come in. Let them roll against the black belt. If they want to come in and they've got the money, and they want to bet on themselves that they can compete at this level, or, I mean, you want to pay $100 to possibly roll against some really high level guy just to see where you're at. Well, this is your opportunity, like you said, to feel that real level, and get after it in a style that doesn't allow for somebody just to get a couple points on you and stall you out. Like, if they're going to stall you out, it's going to take them a long time, and then they still got to stall you out for another set of 2-minute rounds in overtime, and that's a lot of stalling.
Is there any attitude towards stalling in this?
I don't like it.
Set?
Like, it's boring. Like, the attitude is you got to do what you got to do, obviously, if there's money.
Okay.
And there's competition. That's always the attitude. But nobody wants to see you go through all the rounds, 10-minute matches, escape time, never getting a finish. Like,
laying on top.
If you have to do that, then that's a style that you have to do. Which
we do have currently. I know that we have a cash bonus for an impressive finish for a twister, right?
That's right. On top of the $800 for the bracket, and they don't even have to be on top of. If you are whoever in the first round and you get somebody that you can just style on, hit them with a twister, we'll give you $100. Yeah. And if you lose your next match, you got your money back right then.
There you go.
we don't have the multiplier this time for submissions and regulation, just because we added that extra money to the ladies' pot to make it 800. We would have had that, but trying to keep things equal and fair, we threw that $800 in there because that's what I was advertising we were going to pay out. And even if it didn't fill up, I didn't want to change on the ladies that had already sent their money in and that were committed to coming. So that's what we're going to do. I'm really hyped up about it, man. It's going to be tomorrow. We're going to start our weigh-ins at around 11. We're going to finish weigh-ins around 11 pretty much. First match will be at 1. Barring any, slow technical stuff, we're going to start right at 1. And last time we did the 2 8-person brackets, and it was over in 2 hours total.
It was over pretty quick, and all the matches were good, long, technical.
There
matches.
were some good ones.
There were some
fast ones too, but then that'll be the way. That'll be this way too.
I think that's how it runs, though. You're running these type rules.
That's what I mean. Some guys are gonna get caught, and there's gonna be some guys that can beat higher level guys in this style because that higher level guy can't submit them. They can't get them to submit. They can control them maybe, but they can't submit them, and then that adds another layer to this kind of stuff. So it's a different kind of strategy when you're doing a 10-minute round versus a 5 or a 6-minute round, and then it's just points. Or a lot of overtime is golden score, so it's first takedown or something, and so that plays right into the wrestler's hands, for sure. And then for us, it's jiu-jitsu overtime, which is spider web, which you get to pick either armbar with the deep hook that you want, or you get the seatbelt with the back. And, I have to agree with Eddie when I hear him say this stuff about how this is jiu-jitsu. It's not really wrestling where you just get a little takedown on somebody and score a couple points and it should be over. It's you should be working your arm bars offensively and defensively and getting the kills from the back and escaping from the back. That should always be priority in everyone's game at every level, forever and ever and always. You know what I mean? So I like that. I get down with that philosophy. That's why I do what I do. That's why we're at 10th Planet School, and I really want people over here to have more opportunities like that, competing that way. Because the only person that's really doing stuff like that over here is Brian Brown in Jacksonville. He's doing his tournaments the same way. And so he's already got a track record, and they're just a little bit further down the road. So maybe we can put a little, stopgap, whatever.
Put a trail together.
Yeah, let's get it.
We've talked about it. We've talked about it. Yeah.
I don't have anything else to do except for jiu-jitsu stuff and be with my family.
The Deep South Submission Tour.
I mean, something.
I like
And then there's other stuff going on, and I guess I'll drop a little bit of stuff on here real quick about that. But the PGF is coming up. It has switched in format from 8 weeks, and everybody, I'm doing the PGF. If you don't know what that is, the Professional Grappling
Grapplers Federation, I think.
Yeah,
I think that's what
I think that's what it's called. I just call it the PGF. So, but you can look it up. It's Brandon McCatherine's league, and the format switched because of a lot of reasons and needing to condense it down instead of being spread out into a 7 days compact kind of thing. So I'm going to be disappearing for that for 6 days, 7 days coming up in the early part of February. I don't know what the rules are going to be per se. It's definitely not going to be the same rule set that it could have been before, because I don't think we can do the same thing in 6 and 7 days that we could have did over 8 weeks realistically. But I mean, I've committed to it. I'm here for it. It's the reason that, I've gotten in shape over the last few months. And so I really want to see what's going to happen now against some of these guys. So I'm really excited to see how my skill sets are going to match up with all the different styles of guys that are in there, because it's 225 max, but some of the guys are not going to be 200 pounds.
No, yeah.
And if you know, then you know that it doesn't really matter, especially once you get up around 200 pounds, 200, 225, that's negligible depending on the body type that somebody has and their specific abilities.
You get a yoked guy at 205.
I mean,
he can feel like a 225.
There's 205 tree stump guys, and then there's 205 guys that are long.
It's an interesting weight class.
Yeah, they have all kinds. You know what I mean? There's not any. I asked somebody else this the other week, and I was like, "Are there any real thick like for me, one of my partners was a 300 and something pound guy at this thing I was drilling at, and so I asked one of the smaller guys, "Are there any guys like this in your weight class?" And they're like, "No, like they would be in another weight class." And it's like, yeah, that's right. But then I have him, and then also this 6'8" guy that's one group over, who's 220 pounds or whatever, would technically be in my weight class most of the time too.
Yeah,
and so both of those, I have to be able to beat both of those body types and stuff like that. So for me, that makes it really interesting and really fun. Like that's why I do it now. It's like it's problem solving, and hopefully I got answers for most of the problems that some of these guys are going to throw at me.
Should be entertaining.
It's going to be fun one way or the other, man, and we're going to make it entertaining.
Yeah,
because I know a lot of the dudes that are in it, and hook or crook, we're going to have fun at least together. And I know that some of these competitors are going to go hard. And they're going to really, they're going to try to shine because, I mean, that's why we're going. That's the only reason, to try to go out there and prove our skills. So, but either way, again, just want to say thank you to, do you have any further thoughts on any of that stuff? It's my thing, but I don't know.
Man, you're a chicken. I'm holding the feathers, man.
Okay. You're over here, and I'm looking at you and talking to you, too. I'm not just talking to everybody. But, so, again, thank you, Parkway Automotive. Thank you for helping us with the tournament stuff and the studio stuff and everything. Thank you to Circle W Farms. They're sponsoring me and some of the things that I've got going on this year, some of the bigger projects that we're working on too. So thank you to them. And thank you to Works Bookkeeping and Accounting here in Houston County. Hit them up if you're in the local area and you need any taxes and stuff done. That's who does my stuff, and they're really cool and good at what they do too. So thank you to those people. Without them, a lot of this stuff wouldn't be possible, Everybody thinks about stuff and they see the face or whoever is like me right now in this situation and everything. But no matter what level of the organization is, there's got to be always people of all different types and levels helping out and stuff behind the scenes, in front of the camera, things, people that you'll never hear of and see that really make sure things like this can happen. So, thank you to everybody that's involved, especially you. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not just me, even though I may be the one that is fronting the whole thing. It's like, it's not just me. You know what I mean? It's always about that we thing. So thank you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. The live stream starts at 1:00.
It'll be rolling.
Peace.
Deuces.